appointed 27, I think, out of 28 appointed common candidates. 12 socialists appointed me in Rome on the 1st of March, including François Hollande and Matteo Renzi. Angela Merkel supported Mr. Juncker in a fight in Dublin, in a party internal fight to win against Michel Barnier, and she declared clearly, this is my candidate for Commission's president. And I think 4 liberal prime ministers supported Mr. Verhofstadt. If you count together, these are 27 out of 28. And I think if we are now running the big political families, the socialists, the European People's Party, the liberals with common candidate, and we tell after the election to Europeans this was a joke, this is a major strike against democracy. Therefore, I'm quite sure that either Juncker or me will become the next president of the Commission. By the way, the next president of the Commission needs a majority in the European Parliament. And I think nobody else except Juncker or me will get a majority in the European Parliament. And that's what the heads of states and government know as well. I want to tell you a very interesting thing. And I tell it only to El Periódico, because I admire your newspaper. The question you raise, is it Juncker, is it Schulz? The heads of states and government say other things. Is there an institutional clash? I'm now since months in an election campaign. No single citizen raised that question to me. These are only journalists or interested people in the political frame. The reality is, for citizens, plays a role that we are living in a continent where speculators make billions of profit and don't pay taxes. And when they make billions of losses, the taxpayers have to pay for them. That we are living in the richest part of the world and we have 6 million unemployed young men and women paying with their life chances for a crisis other people have caused. We are living in a rich part of the world where people have, for the first time since the end of the Cold War, are worried about a military confrontation at our borders in Ukraine. These are the questions citizens are interested in and not in institutional quarrels. Therefore, I'm quite sure that we will find after the election a very fast solution. We are not a federal state. The European Union is not a federal state. We are a union of sovereign countries. And these countries decide about constitutional questions in the frame of their own constitution. And these constitutions are not all the same. They are different from one country to another. And therefore I can only answer to you what I answered always. This has to happen on the basis of dialogue in the frame of the constitution of your country. I don't know if he will be proposed as a commissioner, and I'm not yet the president of the commission. Therefore, I want not to comment about the question if he would become a commissioner. I want to comment about what he said. I think if somebody speaks in such a way about intellectual superiority, he shows that he knows nothing about intellectual superiority. The biggest shame in Europe for me is the inequality between men and women. And it is existing, especially in the labor market. We have a gender pay gap in Europe, which is a scandal. And I myself, as a father, offended. I feel ashamed. I have a son and a daughter, and if both apply for the same job, my son gets 15 to 20% more salary than my girl. This is an insult to me as a father, and therefore I'm fighting for equal pay for men and women in Europe. These are things we have to discuss, not this really mediocre observation of Mr. Arias Cañete.